7 is hope.
And here, and I define it, hope is defined as a feeling that was what is wanted can be had, or the events will turn out for the best. To look forward to with desire, with reasonable confidence. In other words, I sure hope my team wins. I sure hope that I get what I want for dinner.
Yes.
I sure hope this hamburger tastes good. It's a set of desired results, and I want that, and I'm expecting that. And with these precepts and concepts as 7 principles, hope says, within the context of patriotism, if I follow these rules that Dr. Brooks is putting down, I hope they work.
Wow.
Because what's done so far hasn't worked. You see, it's a feeling, and it's one that we grasp on. I hope I find the right mate to love me forever and ever. I hope my kids do right and get an education and find a spouse and give me grandkids. There's nothing wrong with the feeling. What's wrong is it's just a feeling, but you have to make sure that the other principles interact with it, and we control what we can control, such as joy, and those things we hope for. We work towards making them a reality.
Yes.
We work towards making them a reality. We work towards making the hope a reality. You can hope these things, but work towards making it a reality. And therein lies the truth of hope. I think I said, if you'll pardon me, it says hope is not linear, which means it's not a straight line. It's exponential.
I never heard this definition before.
Linear is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Exponential is 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 25, 37,
Yes.
144.
Wow.
As we start to grow, it takes a life of its own, and it becomes exponential in its growth factor. And therefore, hope is something that can multiply much faster than we can even hope for.
Wow, I love that play on the words.
Once the light of hope is obtained, it catches fire. Like a brush fire during a heat wave and a drought. Can't stop it. Once started, it's impossible to stop. Once started, it's impossible. And when there's no confidence, when there is a confidence that what I hope for, in fact, will happen, the other characteristics, the other circumstances, they take over and they begin to orchestrate the eventual outcome that is desired. See, hope says, act as though it's already here. I hope I want to get a proper dinner. I start to plan for it, I start to desire, I start to even laying down hints. Honey, what's for dinner? I hope you're preparing my favorite meal.
Yes.
Well, I hadn't planned, I was just gonna do sandwiches. Oh, maybe I'll prepare some. I sure hope it won't take long because I've been working all day, and I hope I get your best meal ever.
Wow.
Starting to plan for that, all of a sudden exponentially it takes over. And once I've sown that seed of hope into someone else and they know what the desired result is, I end up with the desired result. So it's not just a feeling as I started out.
Yes.
It is, but it's not just a feeling. You want a desired result, but you have to put some work into getting it.
Wow.
Then we go and we talk about
Number 5, you talk about
loyalty.
This is interesting because in my book, the Handbook to Entrepreneurship, the Handbook to Becoming the Authority, I talk about loyalty. So I look forward to see what you talk about loyalty and see the synergy here.
Okay.
Defined as faithfulness to commitments or obligations. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. This is biblical.
This is biblical, but this is principle. And we're not shoving the Bible
Yes.
down anyone's throat.
Yes.
But principles that work are principles
Yes.
that work.
Yes.
Yeah. Too many times we're wishy-washy. We say yes and we mean no, and we say no and we mean yes.
Mhm.
What we have to do is loyalty steps up and says, I will be accountable.
Mhm.
In the military, you're taught that you don't have to like someone, your officer, commanding officer, but you must respect them. You must be loyal to their orders.
Yes.
They command that you do A, B, and C, and you carry out the orders of A, B, and C without fault, without question. If you ask me to do something for you and I say yes, rest assured that you can walk away,
Mhm.
you can go across the street,
Mhm.
you can go across the country,
Mhm.
or you can go across the world and leave me there with that thing. And because I said yes, it will be done. If you say, I need you to do something, and I say no, but I still thought it was a pretty good idea, and you go across the street, or you go across the country, or you go across the world, I'm not going to do it
Wow.
because I'll protect you. I'll honor you because the no was I'm not going to usurp your authority. It was not good for you to have that thing done. You said, make sure this is not done. And no, we'll make sure. And loyalty demands faithfulness. Loyalty demands faithfulness. And that's why it's one of the creeds in these 7 principles.
Wow. And we're going on to the 6th principle, and that's peace. Peace is defined as a state of mutual harmony between people or group, and to abstain from further fighting and antagonization.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of, that, as the song goes.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to say is that my mission,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, now the truth is revealed, is peace.
Yes.
Is to stop the fighting, stop the insanity. We talked about that. How do we do that? What does that look like? What is the essence of that? And I say, no creator, no peace. In other words, N-O, no creator.
Okay.
There's no creator. There's no peace. Doesn't matter who you call your creator, but no creator, no peace. If we don't have a set of principles that we've talked about thus far, if we don't have a set of concepts that we've talked about, if we don't have a set of beliefs that we've talked about, if we don't have a track to run on, then there can be no peace. We're going to be divided. We're going to be untied. We're going to have divisions. Oh, you've heard those things in previous chapters. Yes. You see, like other great manuscripts and books, one chapter builds upon another. When I was creating this, when I was studying this, when I was writing this,
Yes.
I didn't go back and read chapter 2 or chapter 3 where it was building on these principles, yet here they appear in chapter 7 because they are true.
Yes.
They are accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And so they build upon one another. And then the second part of that is no creator, no peace.
Sounds the same but spelled different.
K-N-O-W. You know you have a relationship, you have fellowship with the Creator, then you shall know, K-N-O-W, shall know
Yes.
peace. The reason we don't know peace in this in K-N-O-W, we're still fighting each other. We want to establish what's good for me or mine, and that's it. And therefore, as long as we remain divided, as long as we allow divisions to interrupt our life, we can't know the Creator, because if I say the Creator, you're on the left and I'm on the right, and we put the Creator in the middle, and I say, let's draw towards the middle.
Yes.
As we draw towards the middle, we draw towards the Creator, and we have commonality. If there's no Creator, you're on the left and I'm on the right, and that's where we shall remain.
Right.
For we have no commonality to search for. And I'm submitting to you that we look for commonality as opposed to divisions. We look for commonality as opposed to divisions, because we shall know the Creator, K-N-O-W, and we shall know, K-N-O-W, peace. It is really that simple.
And
we must recognize a power larger than ourselves, yet more caring than we could probably think. This is the only path to peace.
wow.
This is the only path to peace. Somebody greater than we are, because it's not about ourselves. It's about something larger. It's about a larger institution. It's a larger world.
The big picture.
The big picture. The world is small, but large, but it needs to be small, where we recognize one another.
Wow. And we're in our 7th chapter, we're down to number 7, and that's unity. Unity. I love the progression of this.
Thank you.
Unity. Defined as the state or fact of being united or combined into one.
Like we've spoken earlier at the Tower of Babel, they were all united. Remember we said, united we stand, or divided we fall. Either you're unified, united, or you're untied.
Yes.
The Tower of Babel, we know the story where they were going to build a tower, and they said, let us build it to the heavens. And they were succeeding. So much so that the Creator said, I must go down and confound them, lest they succeed in their mission. Well, if that story is true, and I submit to you that it is, then being united is awfully, awfully powerful. Can you imagine, just for one moment, if you walk with me, if you and I united our hands together in the mission of peace, in the mission of patriotism, what a wonderful world this would be, as the song goes. Because we become united in it, there's nothing that can stop us. Nothing that we can't create.
Yes.
And the reason we haven't is because we failed to unite. And we've been told, they won't like you. They won't understand you. That's a lie. Let's expose that lie. Let's reveal the truth that we are of the same kindred spirits. And unification is what we need. Unification is the pillar of the answer within the statement and institution of patriotism.
Wow. You say here, nothing can overcome a unified nation, people, or cause.
Not anything, no sir. That's natural, no natural phenomenon. Because when we are unified in a cause, all the momentum, all the inertia is moving towards that cause. To give you a vivid picture, if you start with a small snowball on top of a mountain,
Yes.
and you roll it up, and you compact it, and it's a small ball, about the size of your palm, a little bigger, and you start to roll, and you just roll it, and it starts to pick up momentum and inertia.
Right.
It gets bigger
And bigger.
and bigger
Yes.
and bigger, and it's rolling down this mountain.
Yes.
Nothing can stop it until it gets to the bottom of the hill and hits a tree or something, but it's going to make it to the bottom of the mountain.
Yes.
The same thing with unity. Once it starts, look out, because here it comes. And it won't stop until it gets to the end of where it's supposed to be.
Wow. That's powerful. And just to recap the 7 points, in this chapter 7, we talk about pride, liberty, freedom, hope, loyalty, peace, and unity. Just one of those
Anyway.
is life changing. Combining the 7 together,
Is awesome.
wow. We look forward to seeing you in the next chapter where we'll cover the benefits of patriotism. The benefits of patriotism. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.